Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on the WITN First Alert Desk at 8 a.m. Hope you're all having a lovely Friday morning so far. Things are going to get a little bit rainy today. Sounds like the morning right now. I'm looking out the window. I can see some sunshine out there. So things are looking good for the morning commute for everyone. It's later today. Jim will talk about all the rain that'll be coming our way starting later today into the weekend. Unfortunately, not the best weather weekend out there. And of course, Jim will also have an update on the tropics this morning. Umberto became a hurricane, so he's going to have more of those details in just a little bit. We do have a story from yesterday evening. Superintendent of Public Instruction for the state of North Carolina, Mo Green, was in the East last night. He was at South Central High School in Winterville, making his first stop on his regional tour, kind of discussing his strategic plan for the upcoming years, what they're looking to do. Just to help the educational experience in our state for students, for teachers, for parents, and for school staff as well. So let's have a look at what he had to say at South Central.
In a visit to South Central High School in Pitt County on Thursday, Superintendent Mo Green unveiled his strategic plan to make North Carolina public schools the best in the nation by 2030.
Success of our schools is one of the untold stories, I would say, across our state. There are so many schools that are doing exceedingly well, right? And we want to be sure that we amplify all of those wonderful things that are happening because they indeed are causing our students to do well. This lays the groundwork for other things. Martin County, as an example. The General Assembly this week approved an opportunity for them to open up a comprehensive innovative high school, an early college, if you will.
His plan features 8 pillars of action that include preparing students for their futures, revering educators, safer learning environments, and enhancing parent and community involvement. Parents in the East say the plan makes them excited for the future of their children.
I really enjoyed hearing that there's actually a group of people together that's working to get our community together. Because when we get our kids motivated to actually want to go to college, that can change a lot in our community.
Green, who started the position in January and has witnessed the high school graduation rate reach its highest point in the state's history, says his visit to Pitt County was filled with joy.
And the event tonight was high energy, right? To see students performing both in 2 sort of bands, if you will, and then the chorus, and then the way people responded even to what we were able to share was so positive. So I think we're off to a wonderful start.
So that was Mo Green's first stop on his tour. He's going to be going around the state today. I believe he's making stops in the Onslow County area to discuss this plan that he has. So now I'm going to hand it over to you, Jim. I know you've got a lot to talk about with the weather.
Yeah, indeed. Very active weather pattern over the coming days between a cold front coming in, the tropical entities, Umberto, and what will likely become Imelda over the weekend. So let's dig into it, and we'll go into our tropics first as we track these 2 systems. So Umberto is now a hurricane tracking likely between Bermuda and Hatteras early next week, and that will likely become Imelda, developing over the Bahamas, I think, this weekend, the way it looks. That probability at 90% now. So let's talk Umberto first. Low-end Cat 1 hurricane, but it is strengthening. Winds are at 75. That's Umberto right there. Let's show you the track on the storm. We'll roll it along. So headed west-northwest, I'd say, over the next couple of days, and watch those winds jump. Approaching 130, maybe even 135 sustained, potentially a Cat 4 hurricane. That would be late Sunday night into Monday. And then as we get into Monday afternoon, Monday night, Tuesday, storm starts turning north. That last icon on that graphic is around midnight Tuesday night. Once it gets to that location, the bulk of the weather is lifting north of us as we hit sunrise Wednesday. I say the weather. This is primarily going to be a coastal impact storm on that track. A beach storm, big surf, dangerous rip currents, overwash on Highway 12. Minor to maybe moderate, even major beach erosion potentially, with 3 or 4 days of pounding surf out there from Monday through Wednesday, maybe into Thursday on the big waves. And then the other issue, the bigger issue, could be what will become a melta. This is the one we're really going to stay focused on. Probability at 90%, again, as it rolls through the Bahamas. And I think this weekend, probably today, it will likely stay disorganized a bit as it's sitting down near Haiti, Dominican Republic, portions of Cuba as well. But again, as it lifts further north, warm waters, lighter winds aloft, potentially becoming another high-end tropical storm or low-end hurricane. Models indicate maybe a borderline hurricane, a weaker system here, but it's the track that's a little more concerning. What's the tropical models? So you look at the end of these lines, this is out towards Monday, early next week. Storm approaching potentially the southeast coast. A few of those models as we get into Monday night, Tuesday, want to take the system and start driving it more westward as a weakening system. All right, and right now you can look at that and say, well, I don't see anything showing it over us. It's so close, we don't want to assume it's not coming here. A little shift or jog in the data, and that system could come up towards our coast. Right now it looks more like a westward push towards the South Carolina coast as either a high-end tropical storm or a low-end hurricane. If that verifies, we would have winds gusting tropical storm force on the beaches and a lot of rain as well as we get into early next week. And again, it's just too early to say. So right now, my bullet points, bottom line, both these systems turning northbound early next week. Umberto, a big beach storm with the waves, the erosion, the overwash, and everything else that comes with that. Potential Imelda could come to the southeast coast. I showed you those tracks, some of that data. We got to watch that one closely. It lifts a little further north, has bigger impacts for us. Heavy rain, strong winds, certainly possible if indeed Imelda decides to drift. Even without a landfall, if you will, up our way, we're going to get a lot of rain potentially out of that system unless it pulls a right turn and heads further to the north. So lots to watch there as we head into next week, and we'll be updating the track of those storms constantly. Today, some scattered PM storms. I'll show you that real quick. Right now, SATRAD looks good. There's nothing out there. In fact, there's a lot of sunshine right now. Radar's showing offshore storms with temps in the mid-70s, winds southwest, highs upper 80s this afternoon. This evening, if you're going to high school football games, there will likely be some heavy downpours firing up. Lunchtime's good, early afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, downpours moving in, and then refiring those into the weekend. All right, so there's the 8-day. 60% later this afternoon. Scattered storms have the rain gear later, post 3 o'clock probably, and then tomorrow and Sunday, not much sun out there. Clouds, scattered showers, storms as well. Watching the tropics next week. Stay informed on the tropics. Check in on our website. If you haven't downloaded our weather app, do so. We'll be constantly updating how those storms are evolving through the app as well.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Just want to say hello to Billy down in Emerald Isle. He's saying, please come and take your humidity away. I know the humidity has been pretty rough.
Late next week, Billy, we may see some very dry air coming in. Once we get all this mess out of here, potentially some really good stuff. We got to wait about 5-6 days till it gets here, but the model's hinting at maybe upper 40s well inland late next week.
I like the sound of
Not
that.
Emerald Isle for that.
All right, and then good morning to Esmeralda as well from Chinquapin. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Please stay dry out there.
Bye.
Have a good one.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.